Hello, everybody. Welcome to our lesson today.
Hello, everybody.
Can you hear? Can you see me well? So just write type plus or yes or no in the chat box. Okay, so I can see that the sound and the picture is okay. Great. That's fantastic. Okay, how are you today? How are you doing on your lockdown? Pretty good. Okay, good for you, Vadim. Glad to hear that. Cool. Nice. I'm glad you're in a good mood. Doing homework. Okay, very good. Nice. I'm really happy that you're in a good mood. How are you? I'm fine. Thanks. I'm pretty excited about today's lesson. Have a lot of things to share with you, so that's great. I'm also fine. Actually bored. Yes, I got to feel bored. I think this is a possible feeling to have when we are locked in a room right now, can't go out, but we have to do that. I see. Okay, thank you for sharing the things with me. If you have any problems or any questions, you can write them to our chat and I will try to answer them. If you have any questions about ЗНО in general, not the tasks that we are going to do, but ЗНО in general, I will answer all of your all of your questions at the end of our broadcast. So at the end of the lesson, we will talk. So keep your questions, maybe write them down on some piece of paper and then ask me after the lesson. So what you need to have for this class today is a pen or a pencil and a copybook. We're gonna need that to make notes, to write some words, to study. So, as you can see, the topic of our today's lesson is listening, vocabulary, and use of English. Two of them are parts of the no exam. One of them, which is vocabulary, is the most important thing you need to have if you want to score a high mark, top mark on the no. But we'll talk about that later. So, I want us to start with something else. So, I want you guys to complete this sentence now in our chat. Today I'm grateful to, for, and it made me feel how. So, for example, today I'm grateful, which is вдячный. Today I'm grateful to my husband for making breakfast for me, and it made me feel relaxed because I could sleep longer. So, what about you? Who are you grateful to? What for? And how has it made you feel? Write your ideas in our chat box. I'm looking at your chat. When I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at you in the chat. So I'm here. Once again, grateful means вдячный. Okay, so Ellen, Today I'm grateful to my mother for my life and it made me feel better. This is fantastic. Ellen, did you tell your mom thank you for that? To my mom for a lot of laughter, and it made me feel great. Oh, Diana, your mom must have a great sense of humor, right? That's sweet. Today I'm grateful to little brother for baking cookies. Wow, how old is your brother? And it made me feel great. And I'm pretty sure they were delicious, right? Cool. I was so excited. So the lockdown is not that boring anyway. 9 years old? Evelina, are you kidding me? A 9 years old can bake cookies? I can't boil an egg. Today I'm going to learn English for exam and it made me feel great. Fantastic. Today I'm grateful to my dad for making me a cup of coffee and it made me feel happy. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm going to cry. This is so nice. Today I'm grateful to you for this lesson and me feel motivated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vadim. Misha, today I'm grateful to my sister for making lemonade and it made me feel nice. Okay, that's fantastic. So, with me, I see, that explains something, but not much. Today I'm grateful to my parents for some snacks and made me feel good. I'm grateful to delicious coffee mom made and it made me so it created a great mood for you, put you in a good mood. I see, Sash. I'm grateful to my mother for baking a cake with me and it made me feel cool. Are really, really great. So, as we can see, mostly they are about feeling grateful to our parents and people who care about us, who take care about us, which is great. And some of them are about motivation, like the lesson today, which is also fantastic. What I want you to remember and what I want you to do after our lesson is go to that person that you're really grateful to your sister, your dad, your mom, whoever, and tell them thank you. Tell them thank you one more time and explain them why. So I'm going to go to my husband and said, you know what? Thank you very much for cooking breakfast today because I really felt relaxed and loved for that. So do the same thing with your parents and see, and not only parents, your relatives, brothers, sisters, friends, whoever, and see and enjoy the smile on their faces because feeling grateful, feeling thank you inside, and sharing it with other person is really strong. So thank you for sharing that with me. That's fantastic. So, as I said, today we're going to start with listening, move on to vocabulary, and finish with use of English. If you've ever studied with me, you know that I'm a very big fan of going into details, going deep into details. So you probably know that if we study together on a course, I always ask you my favorite question, and the question is, what's my favorite questions? Anybody who studied with me? Why? Yes, absolutely. So, exactly. Evelina is from our modules of Urok, so she knows. Yes, my favorite question is why. So, correct answer is just the beginning. What we need to understand to be really good at exam is why. So, imagine that you are a scientist, okay? And you want to study something really, 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 really difficult. You need to cut it very carefully to look at all the details separately. This is what we are going to do in our lesson and in our module 3 with our Naurok course. So when I was preparing this lesson yesterday, I decided to create my first ever meme. I made a meme myself. And the meme perfectly shows our work together. And here it is. So as you can see, the person in a hat is me. So I photoshopped my face into that. And the other guys are you guys. So you choose your emoji. Some people are confused, some people are thoughtful, some people are absolutely, like loving, some people are laughing, some people wearing glasses. So some people are crying. So very similar to what's happening in the classroom, in our online classroom, as well as in real classroom when we prepare for ЗНО. Oh, I see you like it. You could choose your own smiley. So which face are you? So yes, this is a perfect painting. We're gonna actually make it a poster. I really will. I'm gonna make it a poster, create a poster of that. So this is what we're going to do within our course, starting now. So the first part of today is a listening task. I see you loved it, so many comments about the meme. Thank you, kids. So, listening task. For our lesson, I have chosen part 3. There's 4. Part 3 of listening ЗНО exam. As you remember, in part 3, you have got 5 questions and a multiple choice answer. Multiple choice is ABC answer. Your task is to listen to the recording and for questions 1 to 5, choose the correct answer. You will always hear the recording twice and you will have 45 seconds to look at the questions. When you're doing a task like that, what I want you to remember are these little guys. Again, people who have studied with me on different courses, who are these little guys? Do you remember what we call them? Yeah, that's it. Prisoner cat. I love this. Prisoner cats. Yeah, well, we call them attention thieves. Крадії уваги. Yeah, Vadim, it's a really bad cat. So, attention thieves, or we also call them distractors. These are things that you hear in the recording and the things that seem to be correct answers. So you hear them, you look at the answers, you find exactly what you hear in the answer, and you think, oh my god, this is the right one. Tick. But then, in fact, it turns out that that correct answer was the distractor, the attention thief. So the thief just took your attention, and because of that, you didn't hear the correct answer. So be very, very, very careful. When answering the questions, always remember to answer one more question, and that is the question why. So when we're going to check the questions after listening task, I'm gonna ask you to give me the correct answer, but also I'm gonna ask you to explain why you decided this way. It is really important to get the whole idea of the task. So let's do that.
Task 2. You will hear the pilot, Anne Black, talking about the last few days of her flight around the world. For questions 1 to 5, choose the correct answer, A, B or C. Now you have 45 seconds to look at the questions. Now we are ready to start. Listen carefully. You will hear the recording twice.
I'll tell you about my flight from Norway to London. When I landed in Norway, two friends were there to meet me. Next morning, we were given a wonderful cooked breakfast, and then my friends helped me get into the suit I have to wear when flying over water. It's really tight. I was excited and felt really wide awake on the flight to Denmark. I arrived there safely on the Sunday evening. On Monday, I was worried about the plane. There was a problem with one of the front wheels. I knew that if I made a bad landing, I could damage the plane, so not to be able to continue. I called the airport in Holland, my next destination, to arrange some repairs, and fortunately, I managed to land there without any problems. That night, I stayed with some friends on their farm in Holland. Next morning, it was so foggy that I couldn't fly, so I walked around the farm instead. I hadn't spent any time in the countryside for months, and I'd forgotten how much I missed the sound of birds. In the afternoon, they had repaired my plane, and they took off within minutes. My next destination was a flying club in the north of England, and I knew it would be impossible to land there once the sun had gone down. But fortunately, it was a lovely sunny evening, and I arrived in good time. I left early again on Thursday for London. When I finally landed, I felt wonderful. The long, difficult journey had been worth it. It was lovely seeing my family who were all there to meet me. I promised I wouldn't make another long trip like that again.
Now listen again.
I'll tell you about my flight from Norway to London. When I landed in Norway, two friends were there to meet me. Next morning, we were given a wonderful cooked breakfast, and then my friends helped me get into the suit I have to wear when flying over water. It's really tight. I was excited and felt really wide awake on the flight to Denmark. I arrived there safely on the Sunday evening. On Monday, I was worried about the plane. There was a problem with one of the front wheels. I knew that if I made a bad landing, I could damage the plane, so not to be able to continue. I called the airport in Holland, my next destination, to arrange some repairs, and fortunately, I managed to land there without any problems. That night, I stayed with some friends on their farm in Holland. Next morning, it was so foggy that I couldn't fly, so I walked around the farm instead. I hadn't spent any time in the countryside for months, and I'd forgotten how much I missed the sound of birds. In the afternoon, they had repaired my plane, and they took off within minutes. My next destination was a flying club in the north of England, and I knew it would be impossible to land there once the sun had gone down. But fortunately, it was a lovely sunny evening, and I arrived in good time. I left early again on Thursday for London. When I finally landed, I felt wonderful. The long, difficult journey had been worth it. It was lovely seeing my family who were all there to meet me. I promised I wouldn't make another long trip like that again.
Okay, so how was it? On the scale of 1 to 10, 1 very easy, 10 very difficult.
That is the end of task 2.
Okay. 1 very easy, 10 very difficult. How was it for you guys? No answers. 8, okay. No answers yet, Dalik. 1 very simple, 10 very difficult. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, thanks. I see. So now let's go over the questions. So what do you think about number 1? What is the correct answer and why? Okay, if you think this is some answer, tell me why. Okay. Okay, so you're not saying why. They helped her to put the suit. Okay. Okay, probably. I'm not giving you correct answers now. I'm not giving you the right answers now. I'll give them to you in a second after we talk about everything. I will give you the correct answer. So now this is it. Okay. Putting clothes. Okay, maybe. Number 2. On Monday, Anne was worried. Number 2. Okay, Lizочка, don't worry, we will talk about that. Okay, so front wheel wasn't working properly, so you think it's C. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Okay, okay. So, number 3, again, all the answers a bit later. Number 3, she was staying at her friend's farm. While she was staying at a friend's farm, and okay, so I see some answers like because she hasn't heard bird songs for a long time. Okay, probably. Number 4, Anne had to arrive. Mm-hmm. Oh, different answers for number 4, right? Okay, I see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, not giving you the answer. Remember, I'm not giving you the answer. We're just discussing now. Okay, what about number 5? When she arrived in London and was. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so why do you think it was an A? What makes you think it's an A? She's glad that it's over because she's out of a long trip. Okay. Right, I see. Thank you for that. Let's look at the answers. So, number 1, correct answer is C. In Norway, Anne's friends helped her put on clothes she would fly in. 1C. She said, "My friends helped me get into the suit I have to wear." You probably heard B as well. So Kukamil before the flight, she said, we were given a wonderful cooked breakfast. So B is this guy. B is an attention thief. It's a distractor. You heard something about cooking and breakfast, and probably some of you chose B as the correct answer, which is not. Correct answer is C. So, number 2. On Monday, Anne was worried because the correct answer is C. A wheel was not working properly. She said there was a problem with one of the front wheels. So A is incorrect. She had to land unexpectedly. She said, I managed to land without any problems. So it's not an A. B is also a distractor. The plane was difficult to fly. Well, she said, if I made a bad landing, I could damage the plane and so not be able to continue. So again, a distractor, not the right answer. Number 2 is C as well. Number 3, while staying at her friend's farm, Anne, the correct answer is A, enjoyed hearing the birds sing. She said, I'd forgotten how much I miss the sounds of birds. So you chose right. B was also a distractor. Got annoyed about losing flying time. She said, next morning it was so foggy I couldn't fly. Well, this is technically not the right answer, so you're absolutely right about 3A. Number 4, Anne had to arrive at the flying club in England when? The correct answer is A, during the afternoon. Anne said, in the afternoon they had repaired my plane and I took off within minutes. Landed, took off. But fortunately, it was a lovely sunny evening and I arrived in good time. C is not correct. It's a distractor. It's an attention thief. After it got darker, she said it would be impossible to land there once the sun had gone down. It would be impossible to land once the sun had gone down. So she landed during the afternoon. B is not correct because you probably heard the word sunny and you saw the word warm. But you know, kids, when it's sunny, it is not necessarily warm, is it? So B could also be considered a distractor. 4A. And the last one, the right answer is A as well. When she arrived in London, Anne was pleased she had done the trip. She said, when I finally landed, I felt wonderful. The long, difficult journey had been worth it. It had been worth it. So B is a distractor, keen to make another long trip. She said, I promised I wouldn't make another long trip like that. C, nervous about seeing her family again. She said, it was lovely seeing my family again. So these are the right answers and these are the reasons why they are right or some of them are wrong. So for some of you, the listening was difficult because of lack of vocabulary. So for some of them, it may be challenging, may be hard because you don't have enough words yet. So any text that you work with, listening or reading or use of English, is a wonderful source of wonderful vocabulary. And I always say the key secret to taking and passing ЗНО successfully is the vocabulary. So the more words you know, the more phrases you know, the easier for you to hear, to read, to write anything. This is just a rule, just a basic rule. It works for all languages. If you think about that, same happens with all languages. ЗНО is not exception. That's why in our course we're going to be focusing a lot on vocabulary. Vocabulary that we are going to take from the materials, from the ЗНО materials, like listening we're having, or reading, or use of English, or anything. So right now we can actually focus on some flying vocabulary about flying. So the first question is, what's the noun from fly? Fly is a verb. What's the noun from fly? Okay. Flight. Yes, flight. This is it. Mucha. Yeah, sometimes we translate fly as mucha, by the way, yeah. But if it's a noun. But good answer, Vadim, yeah. But I mean, if you're focusing on flying vocabulary. Yes, fly is flight. Is fly regular or irregular? What are the forms? Fly. Yes, Vlad, it would be a noun. Yeah, it's possible to say flying as well as a noun. Okay, fly, flew, flown. No, this one is irregular. Fly, flew, flown. This is right. Absolutely. What is the opposite of land? So Anne used these words hundreds of times. She said land, when I had to land all the time. So land means приземлятися. What would be the opposite of land? She also used it. Yes, absolutely. The opposite of land is to take off. If any of the words or phrases are new for you, take a pen, take a piece of paper, write it down. Please do that. Okay, so land, take off. Next, number 4. Do we do a landing or make a landing? Okay, yeah, we make a landing. This is correct. What else can we make? Make a landing. What else can we make? Make a mistake. Thank you, Daria. Dasha. Can I call you Dasha? Okay. Make a trip. Okay. No, Mary, we can't make Mary. Make coffee. Could be make choice. Yes. Make friends. Wonderful. Make it. Kate, nice to meet you, Kate. Make some inquiries. Make a decision. Wonderful. Yes, absolutely. We can also make an effort. Okay. So, number 5. What happens if the plane can't fly properly? What happens? Boom. Okay. So the plane explodes. I mean, it's not funny, but I mean, the smiley face is kind of funny. It'll fail. It'll crash. It can break. Okay. Okay. Crash. Yeah. Well, it crashes. There could be an accident. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what do we have to do in order not to have an accident? We know that the plane can't fly properly. What do we need to do? To repair it. Yes. Okay, absolutely. I am so sorry, Kukuruzna Smetana. What is your name, if you don't mind? Okay. We need to repair it. Keep calm. Perfect, Ivanka. Yeah. Check the plane. Don't use the plane. Don't panic. We can't do anything. I love your answers. God, I love to. Turn off your phones. Always a good tip. So I love working with teenagers because you guys are so creative. You have no idea. Absolutely. Don't panic is a really good tip for all times, right? So let's look at some of the answers. Nastya, nice to meet you, Nastya. So, number one, what's the noun from fly? It's flight. Got it. If it's a new word, write it down. Is fly regular? Not really. Fly, flew, flown. What's the opposite of land? Take off. Do we do a landing or make a landing? Well, you're absolutely right. We make a landing and we can make lots of other things. What happens if the plane can't fly properly? God. So the plane is damaged, травмований, так? Поламаний, damaged, пошкоджений. Or you have to arrange some repairs. Also possible. This is what you can do. And we could see so many ideas in our chat. Vitalik says, pray to God. Yeah, could be. Meditation, need to parachute. Nice. Many creative ideas. Let's pray to God. We never use them. So, as you could see what we have just done, we took a listening test, a very simple listening test that I took from a book like ЗНО preparation. We listened to it, we analyzed it, and we took a lot of words and phrases from it. What we also gonna do in our course with Urok, we're going to work with grammar the same way. So today we don't have much time to analyze everything, but during our course, during our regular lessons, we will also analyze grammar based on real ЗНО material. So something very similar to what you're going to have on your exam. Just a quickie for you. So, we're moving on to the next part of our lesson, which is use of English. Use of English. I bet you have made this face, haven't you? Right? Not big fans of use of English? How do you feel about use of English? Because this is usually the face that I see on my students. Vlad, ask me this question at the end of the lesson. I will tell you everything. Okay. Yeah. It is getting better if you practice. Use of English is terrible. She is very frustrated with you. Yeah. Well, most people, most students don't really enjoy use of English, really. From my experience. From my experience as a teacher, it's also the hardest part, probably the most difficult part of English and ЗНО as well. And from my experience as a student who takes exam with you every year, so every year I take ЗНО just like you guys. I registered and I go to the exam and I take the exam. Then I get my result and my certificate. So I'm there with you. From experience of a student, I would say this is really difficult part. So what can we do about it? Number one, we have to learn words. Sorry. And it's better to learn a phrase, not just one word, but a phrase. A phrase gets stuck in your memory better, and it's usually better. Okay, so, and you need to practice as much as possible. Not just, practicing, just doing the task. Simply doing the task, looking at the keys, doing the task. No, you have to analyze and you have to answer my favorite question, which all of you now know. And the question is, why? So that's exactly what we're going to try and do today. What I want you to do now is to read the short text below and choose the correct answer. Please don't write your answer in the chat. Write them on a piece of paper. I would say 3 minutes will be okay for this task. So when you are ready, just write done in the chat box, like done already, something like that in the chat box. Yes, you can start. Elena, I'll answer all of these questions at the end of the lesson, okay? All these organizational moments. Okay, I see. Okay, if you are finished, guys, so let some other people finish, you can check some words which are new for you. Okay, so I can see that many people are finishing. Don't write your answers to the chat box yet. Look at this slide and check your answers. So look at your answers one more time and check them. Just check your answers now. Okay, I see. I hope everybody has checked their answers. So what I want you to do now is to check it together. So what do you think about number 1? Okay. Okay, so look at the sentence. The video game console is now, so is, sends you to present continuous, is now taken over. So number 1 is taking over living rooms in the US. You have is and you have now, which sends you to present continuous. Is taken over. To take over means взяти під контроль, ставати найважливішою річчю десь, right? So to take over something. If it's a new phrasal verb for you, write it down. It's a great one. So, Americans spend, number 2, Okay, so many people are choosing D, but kids, look very carefully at number 2. So, Americans spend more money on video games than on movies. Absolutely right, Яночка, because of then. Більше грошей на ігри, ніж на фільми. A lot of money means багато грошей. Витрачають багато грошей на відеоігри, ніж на фільми. Doesn't make sense. Much money is the same as a lot of money. So they are not the right answers. The correct answer is A. Americans spend more money on video games than on movies. Very careful, okay? Very, very carefully. Number 3. Yes, number 3 is C. So, firstly, number 1. Not number 1. So, okay, so everybody's writing that the correct answer is C, was invented because we have the date, 1972, past simple, absolute right, perfect. Why A is not correct here? Why is A wrong here? It's active, absolutely. We need passive voice. We need passive here. So the first video game, pun, was invented in 1972 because somebody invented it. Yes, absolutely. So number 4, since then, yes. Number 4 is D. Since then, video games have become. You remember that with the phrase since then, we use present perfect. The rule is before since, present perfect, after since, past simple. Since then, present perfect. The rule is like that. So number 4 is D. Okay, kids, let's deal with 4A. I'm just going to explain that to you. So, had become is past perfect. Past perfect. We use past perfect when we have 2 actions in the past. One happened before the other. For example, When I came home, my daughter had done her homework. So my daughter had done her homework before I came home. When I arrived at the airport, I realized that I had forgotten my passport. So I had forgotten the passport before I arrived and before I realized. So for past perfect, you need to have two actions in the past. This is not the case here. Here you have got since then. With since then, you always use present perfect. Just the rule. Number 5. Yeah. So number 5 is B for earlier generations. Для більш ранніх поколінь. The earliest найранніших, найбільш ранніх поколінь. This is not the same. For earlier generations, it's a fixed phrase. It's kind of a fixed phrase, fixed collocation. So that's why B, earlier, для більш ранніх поколінь. Number 6. Okay, so we have two ideas, A and C. Look, even those children is the correct answer. Навіть ті діти. These children, ці діти. Навіть ті діти, хто не можуть зрозуміти уроки, those children. Not these children, but those children. The children from far away. So that's why 6 is A. 6 is those. Number 7. But in some. Okay. Okay, kids. So, 7B. People is irregular plural. Person, people. You want to make a possessive here. You want to say на думку деяких людей, на чию думку. Люди is people. So if you want to say whose, чиє, possessive, you need to add apostrophe s. People is plural already. So you just put apostrophe s and here you go with the possessive case. In some people's, B, people apostrophe B, opinion, many of the games are much too violent. Okay, so 5 out of 7 is not bad, really, Vlad. Don't be so upset. So that's a good one. Correctly, good job. 5 out of 7. Why are you so upset? 5 out of 7 is not bad. Kids, this isn't bad. Really? Really, don't be too hard on yourself. 5 out of 7 is a good score, really. So, plus, you have seen the moments where you where it was difficult for you. Now you know what to pay your attention to. So my little kids, my loves, do you have any questions here with this part? Okay, Vlad, I understand. So this happens sometimes. In about like 5 to 7 minutes, Dianочка, just a sec, don't rush. Okay. All right. So let's have a look at what we have done today. So what have we done today in our lesson? So we practiced listening skills through an exam-like task. Exactly the typical B1 exam task. We talked about listening strategies. We talked about this little guy and some other things like synonyms and paraphrasing as well. We expanded our vocabulary. So we have learned a couple of new phrases, maybe more than a couple. So we have made our vocabulary bigger. We practiced use of English strategies, basically with translating, paying attention to synonyms, and paying attention to words around the gaps. We discussed grammar today a lot, and we had fun. Well, I had fun. I don't know about you, but I had a lot of fun today with you, really. So, I don't know, every time I teach, even this YouTube class, I feel like you're my kids. I don't know what to do about it. So, but I really, really had fun. And this is exactly what we're going to do on our course with Urok in our 4th module. Don't run away now. So, exams are very important. The results of your exams are also very important. But what is more important is for you to remember that you are worth more than a score, more than any score whatsoever. So I want you to remember that, keep that in mind and in your heart. Don't run away. We're not over yet. So here's how you can find me. So the first is a link to my Instagram page, my personal one. And the other one is a link to a page that I have just started, an account that I've just started, Hack ЗНО English. This is where I write about ЗНО and the tips for preparation and everything. It's a new account, so not so many posts yet, but I really want to work on it, and I will write. I write there basically every week with some tips that I have as a teacher and as a student who takes ЗНО. And so I'm switching to Ukrainian to give you some information about the course, and then I will answer all of your questions about ЗНО that you might have. So here you can read some information. Really hard to switch. Отже, тяжко перемкнутися. На цьому файлі ви можете побачити інформацію про наш курс. Це був невеличкий такий фрагмент з того, як відбуваються наші уроки. Ви бачите, що ми починаємо навчатися 15 квітня о 17 розклад у нас щосереди о 17 годині. Групи вже сформовані, залишилося лише декілька місць. Ви бачите, у нас супер фан, оті всі смайлики у нас є. Хочете долучитися, бронюйте місце. Навчання на онлайн-курсі – це 8 онлайн-занять, 120 хвилин активної роботи на кожному занятті з перервою, відеозаписи всіх уроків, презентації та допоміжні матеріали, контроль відвідування онлайн-уроків та виконання домашнього завдання куратором. Також у нас є чат, в який я пишу інколи, ми там щось спілкуємося, жартуємо і таке інше. Вартість ви бачите на екрані. Сьогодні це 1500 гривень, завтра вартість зросте до 1700. Забронювати місце у групі ви можете на сайті на урок. А тепер я готова відповісти на всі ваші запитання стосовно ЗНО, підготовки, вивчення мови чи тощо. Тому, будь ласка, якщо у вас є якісь запитання чи коментарі, будь ласка, пишіть це в чат. Я ready. So nice, cool, such an interesting lesson. Thank you very much. Так, 120 годин триває одне заняття. Окей, Даша, класний семестр. Боже, Діаночка, дякую, завжди плутаю. Свого часу здала українську мову на 198 з 200. Уявляєте? Зараз не пам'ятаю нічого. How many words can I write for a letter? Даша запитала класне запитання. Дивіться, скільки слів? Щонайменше 100, але який максимум? Ви пишете свого листа на спеціальному бланку. Я сподіваюся, ви цей бланк бачили. Я зараз вам покажу, він десь тут у мене є в зошитах. Він виглядає, це не дуже якісно буде, але він виглядає десь отак. Тобто це такий бланк, на якому ви пишете відповідь. Бланк Б. У нас у курсі він теж буде. В оцей бланк Б ти, навіть якщо захочеш, ти туди багато слів не всунеш. Тому не переймайся за максимальну кількість слів. Більше, ніж можливо написати на цьому листочку, не вийде. Але, щонайменше, це не 100 слів в цьому році, а якщо я не помиляюся, це 150-180, в залежності від B1 чи B2 рівня. Якщо ваша школа спеціалізована з поглибленням вивчення англійської мови, то вам потрібно написати 180-200 слів. Якщо це школа звичайна, тобто з непоглибленим вивченням англійської мови, то це, якщо я не помиляюся, цього року 150. Там змінювалася ця цифра, це вже не 100 слів. 120-150. Я це перевірю, але точно не 100. Чи будуть ще такі консультації? Можливо. Настя, ви можете підписатися теж на мою сторіночку на Hack ЗНО, там я деколи пишу, це не зовсім урок, але якась інформація корисна буде. Мені здається, що ми потім теж забудемо, поки готуємось, то пам'ятаємо. Можливо. Це буде 100% лист, чи може якусь тему треба розкрити? Класне питання, Влад. Дивіться, у програмі ЗНО вказано, що ви маєте вміти писати особистого листа, тобто це що, лист до другу, скаргу, заяву на роботу і ще якісь офіційні листи. Тобто, формально, якщо ви відкриваєте на ЗНО зошит, у вас написано, ви хочете подати заявку на роботу, то це не якась зрада, це в програмі є. Чи траплялося таке за 11 років проведення ЗНО? Жодного разу. Моя особиста думка, для того, щоб змінювати письмове завдання, потрібно змінювати критерії оцінювання. Це непросто. Тому, до речі, у нас є класне відео, можливо, зараз вам його скинуть, теж, яке ми готували, про те, як класно написати writing частину. Там дуже багато корисної інформації, всяких матеріалів. Теж ми знімали на урок, якщо зараз нам його в чат надішлють, клас, якщо ні, просто пошукайте на YouTube на урок writing, письмова частина, і десь у мене є воно в моїх соцмережах. Я щороку пишу ЗНО з вами, тому і щороку, звісно, набираю максимум балів на writing і на всіх інших частинах, тому ЗНО writing можна хакнути. Так, далі. Will be level B1. ЗНО у вас складається з рівня B1 і B2. Незважаючи на ЗНО, а ДПА, вам зараховують, якщо ви в спеціалізованій школі зараховують одні завдання, якщо ви в неспеціалізованій школі в інші завдання. Але загальний бал, той з 200, у вас спільний. Тобто якось так. Так, далі. У мене проблеми... Так. Маша пише, звідки треба вчити слова, окрім лексичного мінімуму. Маша, дякую за це запитання, я про це теж багато говорю і пишу. Я раджу слухати подкасти, дивитися фільми, читати рідери, взагалі робити те, що вам подобається робити українською або російською мовою, але робити це англійською. І насищатися словами постійно. Джерело слів – це ваші захоплення. Урок навіть, тобто ви зустріли слова, записали. У школі якесь завдання, зустріли, записали. Зараз багато чого відбувається онлайн. Так, ці трансляції уроків, ще не дивилася, як там все це проходить, це все теж джерело. Тобто слова, вони скрізь. Так, у мене проблеми з граматикою. На вашому курсі будуть пояснювати граматику. Ліночка, будемо, але будемо розглядати, це вже наш 4-й модуль, тому у нас буде такий собі рев'ю того, що ми вивчали. Тобто ми будемо проходитися по абсолютно всій граматиці, яку ми вивчили, яка є у програмі ЗНО, в рамках повторення. Якщо я буду бачити, що у учнів будуть якісь складнощі, учні, по-перше, ви самі це будете бачити, на які теми звернути увагу, і ви зможете приділити їм більше часу і уваги. Або якщо я буду бачити, що це якась глобальна проблема, я дуже гнучка, і через те, що наш урок – це не просто записаний урок, трансляція, так, це живий урок, тобто відбувається спілкування, я адаптуюсь під потреби учнів, загалом, не відступаючи від плану. Тому у нас буде overview, і ми будемо говорити про це також. Examples of topics what will be on exams. Віталік, просто погугли тему минулих років. ЗНО, твір, тема минулих років. На що слід звернути увагу при підготовці? Що найперше потрібно вчити? Теж, Настя, про це багато пишу на цих своїх сторінках. Слова, лексика фразами. Якщо дивитися правді у вічі, діти, граматика – це 10 запитань. 10. З 58. Угу. У writing із 14 балів, а граматика – це 2. Із 14. Тому, але слова, якщо ти не знаєш слів, але знаєш всю на світі граматику, то те, що ти знаєш, що present simple, doesn't чи don't, і закінчення s, то якщо ти не знаєш слова, то це тобі не дуже допоможе. Тому звернути увагу при підготовці до ЗНО вам треба на лексику і на словосполучення. Не тільки на слова, а на словосполучення. У вас зараз чудовий час, просто дивлячись серіали, набратися стільки слів корисних, що просто клас. Лексика. Найперше це лексика. І writing, тому що writing можна хакнути. Школи з поглибленим вивченням складатимуть ЗНО на рівні B2. Я це пояснила, тобто у вас рівень однаковий. Просто якщо ви з поглибленим вивченням, вам за певні завдання зараховують бали, якщо не з поглибленням, то за інші. А ЗНО однаковий для всіх. І по 200-бальній системі вам вираховують бали однаково. Could it be formal letter on ЗНО? Do you have some tips how to write it? Інеса відповіла про це запитання, да, може, але не було жодного разу, але може. Зазвичай я даю всі ці tips великим пакунком матеріалів на self-study, на самоосвіту. Тобто на вашу відповідальність. Я можу консультувати, але окремо ми не виділяємо. Загалом я люблю спочатку взяти участь у пробному ЗНО, я теж пишу його завжди, і дивлячись на пробне ЗНО, трішки відштовхувати, що може бути на справжньому. Цьому році у нас, бачите, трошки інші умови, і чесно не думаю, що змінять, але це моя особиста думка, я можу помилятися. Exams would be harder if you're from special schools, пояснила, так, екзамен для всіх однаковий, thank you for that, так. Які серіали? Ліна, що вам подобається? Будь-який серіал, який вам подобається, дивіться його англійською, якщо він англійською. Будь-який. Британські серіали загалом трішки важчі вимови, але гарно тренують вухо. Американські серіали, я не знаю, що зараз люблять підлітки, я у своїх запитую, вони мені не говорять всього. Я знаю, що Riverdale дуже популярний, Friends хороший. На Нетфліксі я взагалі обожнюю там все, власне. Там є і британські, і не британські. Те, що вам подобається. От те, що вам подобається, те й дивіться. Так, ніби на всі відповіла, так? Так, хтось іще щось пише. Ні, ніби все. Ось. Підписуйтесь на урок, записуйтесь до курсу, записуйтесь на мої сторінки, стараюся писати слів, писати пости, писати про те, як вивчати слова і про таке інше, тому намагаюся ділитися, дуже люблю працювати з підлітками, просто страх. Так, ну ніби на всі питання відповіла. Так, ще щось є у вас? Bad. Окей, я бачу, що запитань. Ага, чи допоможе проходження тестів всіх років? Діаночка, якщо отак виконувати їх, як ми сьогодні виконували, тобто з повним аналізом, не просто тупо виконувати тести, а аналізувати, то так. Я вважаю, що так. Особливо частина Use of English. Коли, якщо ви зробите Use of English минулих років, за усі ці 11 років, вам буде зрозуміло, що перевіряється щороку. Перевіряється набір певних речей. І ви вже будете натреновані. Фільми чи серіали допомагають вивченню, якщо без субтитрів. Якщо дуже високий рівень мови, advanced або proficiency, то можна. А так, я не раджу без субтитрів, чесно. З субтитрами англійськими, так? Ми говоримо про серіали або фільми в оригіналі з англійськими субтитрами, не з перекладом. Так, ну, ніби все. В будь-якому разі, у вас є мої контакти. Якщо вас ще щось цікавить, будь ласка, пишіть, запитуйте. Нам в чат додали це відео про writing. Будь ласка, подивіться, завантажте всі матеріали. Writing можна хакнути. Як і весь іспит. Отже, дякую вам за ваш чудовий урок, за вашу участь. Зустрінемось на наших уроках. Thank you. Bye.